Dear aspirants, in 2020 this particular question was asked, and this question in two ways I found this question was a bit challenging in two ways. Okay, one way why I say this question was challenging was the nature of the question or the pattern of the question. The kind of options which was given, only one pair, only two pair, only three pair, all four pairs, there is very least probability of eliminating the elimination technique to work. So it was kind of offbeat kind of pattern which was introduced in 2022, and it was used elaborately in 2023. This kind of pattern was elaborated in 2023 also, and 2022 when we encountered for the first time, it was a bit challenging. And the second way why this question was interesting, or it was challenging, because of the content of the question itself. Because the question talks about the reservoir and states. The name of the reservoirs, recognizing the name of the reservoirs was a bit challenging. Some reservoirs will have the name of the river itself. Then it will be easier for recognizing, like the Ghataprabha reservoir is on the Ghataprabha river, and Ghataprabha is a tributary of one of the mainstream rivers, that is Krishna. So it was a bit easier to recognize Ghataprabha. Personally, I was able to recall that Ghataprabha is a main tributary of river Krishna, which flows in Karnataka. It has nothing to do with Telangana. I was able to recognize this fact was wrong. And then Gandhi Sagar, it is also one of the mainstream rivers, that is Chambal. Chambal is one of the areas of interest of UPSC. There is most often UPSC has asked about Chambal river, Chambal sanctuary. So this was a bit easier to recognize that yes, Chambal is, there is probability, or mostly it is in Madhya Pradesh. And a third reservoir is Indra Sagar. Indra Sagar is on one of the mainstream rivers, that is on Narmada. Usually many aspirants would cover Narmada because Narmada has been asked many times, and in upcoming videos we will also cover the contents of these rivers, Krishna, Chambal and Narmada. And with my personal experience in 2022, it was easier for me to recognize that Indra Sagar is a reservoir built on Narmada, and Narmada has nothing to do with Andhra Pradesh. It was easy to recognize this statement also. And the question says not correctly. So I have recognized two statements as not correctly, one statement as correct. That means only one pair is not an answer, all four pairs not correct is also not an answer. Then I was stuck with this. So my answer now depends on the analysis of this particular statement. There is a fourth statement, and this was a bit this was more challenging question, because Maithon, it is somewhat not familiar to many people. It is not on any mainstream river, and the name of the reservoir is not same of the name of the river also, and the river it was bit very challenging thing to accurately recall or accurately know about this also, unless with your local or regional language you are familiar with Maithon. I feel that it was bit challenging to know about this Maithon. But how a UPSC previous year question itself came to my rescue is what is my experience, which I am going to share with you. Just observe how I am going through the PYQ and arriving into the answer. So the particular PYQ what I want to share with you is the one which was asked in 2019. In 2019, this question was asked, which is common, what is common to the places known as Aliyar, Isapur, Kangsabati. In 2019 also this question was challenging, because it was A, B, C, D type of question. That means unless you know exactly about this question or the exact answer, it is difficult to arrive into the answer. Your probability, if you just guess the answer, then the probability of getting it right is only 25%. So this was a bit challenging, and the advantage of this question was, even if you know one of this like Aliyar, Isapur, Kangsabati, you can easily identify this. Okay, while working on this question, I had worked extensively on this, because once there is some challenging question in UPSC, it is recommended that you cover all these PYQs extensively, so that it will give hint to any other questions in upcoming prelims. So let's know little bit things about Aliyar, Isapur and Kangsabati. All these three entities are water reservoirs. Let's know about Alier. Alier Reservoir, it is built in Coimbatore district of Tamil Nadu. It is built on the river Alier. River Alier, in turn, it is a tributary of one of the rivers of Bharatapuzha River, which flows in Kerala. So this Alier River flows between Tamil Nadu and Kerala. So this much, these are the important facts about Alier. Okay, then Isapur Dam. Isapur Dam is in Maharashtra. It is on the river Penganga. Penganga comes as part of Godavari basin. Penganga is there, if you observe, the name of the dam is different than the name of the river. Isapur Dam and Penganga river. Earlier it was similar. If somebody knows about the earlier river, it was easier for them to recognize that. Isapur Dam. And then the third dam is what I want you to focus a bit more, because it was about Kangsabati Dam. Kangsabati Dam was on Kangsabati river. The name of the dam and name of the river is same, Kangsabati river. So when we go deep into the Kangsabati river, if we visit the Wikipedia page of Kangsabati river, this particular diagram appears, and this had drawn my attention. So Kangsabati river, it is in the West Bengal, Purulia, Midnapur districts of West Bengal, and this particular picture appeared, and I felt that when I saw this picture, it opened a Pandora box. That means there are so many related rivers, tributaries, and dams which are related to this Kangsabati river, and I got alerted that UPSC at any time could ask any of these rivers, about any of these rivers or any of these reservoirs. So it is better, or it is safer to learn about all these entities. Now UPSC has asked about Kangsabati Dam. So grey color is the reservoir and blue color is the river. Kangsabati Dam on Kangsabati river, it is related to the Haldi, and it is a Hugli's tributary. This is altogether, it is a Damodar basin, because one of the tributary of Hugli is Damodar. Okay, Hugli, if you recall about Hugli, it is a main distributary of river Ganga. And most of these dams are maintained by Damodar Valley Corporation. So we study this as a part of Damodar basin, and it is recommended that just like we cover about Ganga or Brahmaputra, Damodar river is also an important entity for UPSC, and we have to cover all these aspects. So now, with the understanding of Kangsabati Dam on Kangsabati river, it is on the Kangsabati river is one of the tributary of river Hugli. What are the other tributaries of river Hugli? One is Dwarakeshwar, other is Damodar river is a tributary of river Hugli. Now let's focus on this Damodar river. If we see, the Damodar river flows like this between West Bengal and possibly Jharkhand. So in Damodar river there is a Panchet reservoir is built on Damodar, and then Tenughat reservoir is built on Damodar, and one more reservoir is Konar reservoir. Then there is one more tributary of Damodar. This river, if you observe, this is a Barakar river. On Barakar river there are two reservoirs. One is Tilaiya reservoir and another is Maithon reservoir. And now we are able to connect exactly the question which was asked in 2022 with something which was asked in 2019. Kangsabati was asked in 2019 and Maithon reservoir is asked in 2022. So I would recommend that you all of you just have a look about all other rivers, maybe Ajay river, Barakar river, Dwarakeshwar, Kangsabati, and then the reservoirs which are mentioned here. Already two reservoirs are asked, Maithon and Kangsabati. So anytime UPSC can ask about Tilaiya, Konar, Tenughat, Panchet. Just remember these facts, or just have a look into this diagram. It will somewhere help in the examination hall when you encounter this kind of question. And when I was able to recall about this Maithon, I was not very sure about which river this Maithon reservoir is built upon? Barakar river or Kangsabati or whatever. I was not able to recall the exact river, but what I was able to recall is it is something related to Kangsabati. And Kangsabati, where it is in West Bengal. And when it is about the Damodar basin, I was able to recall the Damodar basin mainly focused or concentrated in West Bengal and Jharkhand. There is very least probability that the Maithon or any reservoir which is built on the Damodar basin may go till Chhattisgarh. There is very least probability. With this understanding, I was sure that Maithon may be in West Bengal or in Jharkhand, but definitely not in Chhattisgarh. Definitely, I was able to identify that this is the wrong statement. So not correct. How many statements are not correct now? It is exactly the 3 state pairs which are not correct, and we arrived at the accurate answer. So if we see this Maithon Dam, with Maithon Dam, which was built on river Barakar. It is built on river Barakar. It is in the Dhanbad district of Jharkhand and Paschim Bardhaman district of West Bengal. It is somewhere between Jharkhand, border of Jharkhand and West Bengal. Definitely not with the Chhattisgarh. With this understanding of PYQ, with thorough analysis of PYQ, one would have easily arrived at the answer of this question. Hope this analysis helps. If you're liking the content, please subscribe and comment your feedback. Thank you.